So let's talk ATV V Plow. What does the bracket look like? What's it look like all done? I'm not going to install it, take it apart, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you guys the finished product and just how easy this mounting is. So whether you have a winch from the factory or you don't have a winch from the factory, it comes with the bracket already in with the V Plow. So you can just pop your other winch in there. So basically, 2 bolts on the side here. I guess I'll run it back just a little bit. So with this mounting bracket, it goes all the way back, kind of halfway towards your machine, splits into a kind of a wing-shaped bracket in the back, which I'll move to right now. So there's the end of the bracket right here. It connects 2 U-shape kind of, whatever you call them, in the back. Here's a good view of the U-shaped bracket. So 2 of those in the back, 2 on each side, or 1 on each side here and on the other side. 1 in the front there, kind of more towards the front of the bracket, which you'll see on the mount. There'll just be holes in the bracket on the bottom. And that runs to the front, where those 2 are. So to give you an idea, this is the frame on your ATV, which is going to be square. And this is where the factory plows connect to, is the round edge on the outside. So it's just the size of here. It wraps from the bottom, so it goes all the way back, up around the square-shaped frame, and goes behind this round part of the frame where it connects to the 2 bolts back there. Nothing really up top to bolt, but it's pretty dang simple. And you can see if you have any ATV, if you search their website, Honda, whatever kind of brackets they make, you could try to get as close as possible to the bracket that you have for your machine frame. And when I say that, I'm talking about all they're doing is they're conforming to the width and the size of the factory frames. So if you can find a bracket that's close to your bracket, or find a machine shop that can form and just get a solid connection to your frame, you can put this plow on any machine. So it's going to be some extra work, some extra money to do that, but I'm pretty sure this front piece right here, where the main plow connects, is detachable. So if something happened to this, I think you could take it off and get that part replaced, because I think the part that goes back actually bolts off right here. I haven't really tested that, but pretty sure it's detachable. And basically you're just connecting from here, top bolts connect up to there. The hook for your plow is right there. It goes around that. One thing you might run into is if you have a factory winch, your little control module or whatever's in the back, you might have to re-put that in another location. This one's just kind of hanging out of the way and not going to get torn off or anything like that, but that might be the one hiccup that you'll run into. And as for the front fascia, here's the front fascia. If you want to put this back on your plow, you got to cut the bottom down here to fit the frame. This width you'll find when this goes back on. What I did to my machine, I left that bracket off because I did not want to cut that area down there, because that's an expensive piece. It's like $200 or $300 for plastic. It's pretty crazy. So I just put my grill back on. I zip tied up top there and on the bottom with 4 zip ties, and that keeps the grill on, keeps bigger rocks from falling through, hitting your radiator, having issues like that. So you can put those plastic pieces back on. I chose not to, but this machine, this is my father's machine, identical to mine. I did hook up my electrical a little different here. So guess with that, we'll move into electrical. With the electrical, you basically have power ground here, black, red, and then your main connection that goes to the harness up top on your handlebars. So with that, you can hook this up however you want. I'll show a picture of what I did to my machine. He did a little different than I did. It does the job. Just make sure when you're turning your tires that you're not hitting this area or your connections that go down to the plow. So these get run up, just go to your power ground on your battery. The other harness, the thicker one, just gets wrapped around however you want to wrap it around. And then when you get to the point where you have enough slack, you're going to run it up the top under your plastic, run straight up to the hole right here, and then there's a connection right there. If you want to take this box off in the off season, just unplug it here, cover this plug up, and you should be good to go. Just cover that up, make sure nothing debris-wise gets in there. And then you just bundle your extra cord up here, put this however you want up here, and it uses the same U-shaped clamps, just be careful of breaking these, the plastic pieces. Anything plastic, just be careful not to just be careful. But you can bend these metal brackets on the side, bend it however you need to fit on there, make sure it's secure, make sure it's snug. You can really tighten these down pretty well, and you just want to make sure it's not going anywhere for when you're plowing. If you hit something big, it's going to stay sturdy and stay on. So not hard at all. So if you guys have any questions of this, I guess my main point is, you guys asked, will this fit on my machine? This plow can go on any machine. Just depends on if you can get a bracket made for your machine, or if they don't make one. With these plows, straight and V plows, what you do is it hooks into the back here, and then while you're lifting up your hydraulic box, the box clicks into here, making a solid connection. So this is the main part of the plow that you could put on any ATV. Just make sure it's secure, sturdy, and you have a good secure frame attachment. So I'll run over to the plow real fast. Here is where you're sliding into that U-shaped connection. And these are what's popping through those circular holes when you lift up on this box. This box lifts up. And this is all your hydraulic enclosure. So if you can get just that mounting bracket in a way in your four-wheeler, ATV, UTV, whatever you want, this size plow on it, you can put this on literally anything. So I recommend that if you want to put this on your machine, it's a great plow. Just make sure you got a sturdy frame mount. If you're going to be putting somebody else on this machine and they're unexperienced, I don't recommend the V plow. Go for a straight plow. They're going to do a lot less damage. These machines can go 70, 80 miles per hour. If someone unexperienced doesn't know what they're doing, you could really damage the plow, the machine, and the rider. So if this is your personal vehicle, or you want to use your ATV in the summer, I love this vehicle because the Snow Raider, I'll get into that a little later, just totally different machine for just company purposes in the winter. This, year-round fun, year-round making money. Alrighty, one last tip that I always recommend. We did put high lifter springs on our machine. You can do high lifter springs or whatever kind of spring you want. It's a stiffer spring. High lifter just gives you extra ground clearance, but for us, it gives us the ability to get more ground clearance with the plow being attached, because you're compressing that spring with a really heavy plow. So you can also put a spacer in these if you have the stock suspension, but we always do try to get yourself a heavier duty spring or a spring spacer. When you put that on, it's going to want to sink your plow down a lot, because that plow is not a light plow. So that's one thing that we do, is the high lifter springs on our machine. So if you guys have any questions, hit me up, let me know. I think this was the best way to show you guys. I didn't really feel like taking it apart, taking it off, putting it back on. But it's super simple. If you need a bracket made yourself, it's not that hard. Just make sure you have it right. Make sure everything is secure, sturdy, not going to go anywhere, and you should be just fine. So any questions, hit down below. I'll be happy to answer as many questions as I can, the best I can. Also, go to your local dealer. If they don't have the bracket you need, do what I told you. Fab shop. But most of the time, your dealer is going to be able to help you out and get you going and get you rolling and making that money. So any questions, hit down below. I'll be happy to answer. Thanks.